Might be a decent fish. Get on. Let's see what we can get done out there today. What's up, muckers? What the muck's going on out here? Out here in the neoprene boys again today. You know, these things remain undefeated in gritty situations, right? But also undefeated in giving the user better. So today we're gonna get into just a little bit of the thought out here and what we did and, you know, what we saw. So might as well dive in. So the last couple weeks here in Montana, it's been in like the -20, -40 wind chill. So all the river was frozen over. So those fish probably went into almost a catatonic state. The last 2 or 3 days have been like, you know, mid-30s, low 40s. So comparatively to the 2 weeks prior, the temperatures jumped way up. And the thinking is the trout's metabolism has kind of picked up and they're looking around today for something to eat. Double vision to go ahead and sink this motherfucker. So today we just went out searching with an indicator rig. Again, like, you know, I'm not doing much dry fishing in the winter unless a hatch happens and it kind of dictates doing it. You start seeing rising. I'm not going to force anything to rise. So today we just had an indicator. Then the lead bead was a squirmy wormy. I like to use squirmy wormies in the winter as the lead bead is kind of an attractor pattern. And then the second fly off of that was just like a black zebra midge. But yeah, the thinking was in terms of what's going on out here is, okay, today's warmer. Not only are those trout going to pick up in terms of their eating, the bugs are going to start hatching. There's some midge coming off here. There, you know, when I was out there, I was seeing some shit in the snow in terms of like bugs, and you know, those bugs will really pick up and start hatching as well. And that's what we're looking for as fly fishermen. So I always like to kind of have an open mind when I come out fly fishing in the winter. I usually start with one nymph underneath an indicator, and then once something happens around me, you know, you see midge or you see something else in the air, then I try to match something off of that kind of gaudy first fly. And the thinking behind that, like if we went That's So Raven and like went into the mind of the trout, what I'm trying to do with that lead bead is A, get all my flies down, so I want it to be heavy, but B, you know, I want that trout to see it. It's really clear water out in here, out in these Montana rivers, so they can see clear across pools and really, you know, fire on things. They're athletes, bro. They get 0 to 60 quick as shit, right? So that lead squirmy, I'll rock that out there. And then, you know, off of that in the winter, and this could be completely wrong. This is just Bucking Corner's thought in terms of like a time equity spent on the river, you know, seeing shit go down, seeing how these fish, you know, react to things. I just think in the winter, I like to tie that second fly a lot closer to that first fly. And the thinking is these fish are so lethargic in the cold water that if they even peek at that first fly that's kind of gaudy in an attractor pattern like a worm or a stonefly, when they turn their head after they said no to that, I want them to see something close to it that looks like food, like something that's hatching. That's why Nelly. Why I usually go out with one nymph and then wait for something around me to kind of inspire me as to the second thing to tie on. And yeah, in the winter, like if you get that fish to move, they're not making plays. This isn't the summer, right? Like they're not being the free safety tracking down that fucking ball on the other side of the pool and just running and getting that shit right now. Like they need the food in their zone and they don't want to expend a lot of energy to go get it. So if I have something that looks similar to a real food source off of something that's more of like a big food source that's gaudy, in the winter I feel like that trout doesn't have to move as much, expend as much energy. It's just a quick yes or no decision for that trout, so it puts you into a 50-50 rather than a, you know, a 1% yes, 99% no, because they have all day to look at it and the water's so clear, right? In the summer I might spread that gap out just because those fish are looking for things and they're moving and they're like, you know, like I say, making plays because they're out there being athletic and, you know, just reacting to things, see ball, get ball, to be honest with you, to make a footballism. So that's what we did today. It worked pretty well. You know, other than that, like winter fishing's hard. Don't expect to catch shit. Expect to go out and see stuff and learn. Like if you're a fly fisherman, if you don't catch any fish that day, you still caught something that you learned. So honestly, another good day for case of example, right? Like I haven't caught a fish in over a month and I've been out 4 or 5 times and it's been great every time. And with that, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to the strategy. I'm not claiming any of that shit is correct. It's just what I think and what's been working for me. Remember to get out there, go muck a corner. Thanks for watching.